you wanna be somebody, even if you gotta leave somebody. Yes, I'm hurt, yes, I'm dead. Most things that I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you change.
Hey you guys, welcome back to Taylor XO, or welcome to Taylor XO if you're a new subscriber. So y'all, let's get into this video. So as you guys know, all the drama that has been going on these YouTube streets for the past couple days with, Jazzy's whole situation of Chris hitting her and Liv's life coming to YouTube to expose it. A lot of people were suspecting it for a while, so it wasn't a surprise when we saw that Liv came to YouTube to finally say that she was hearing some stuff going on in that house that she definitely thought, Chris needed to be locked up for. But, what was also surprising was that a lot of people thought after this whole situation, went down, that Liv was going to spill some tea or Jazzy was going to spill some tea, which, Liv did spill some tea, I guess, if you want to say that that's tea. I mean, she did say that, Chris was hitting Jazzy, spitting on her, and she was saying that there is a lot of arguments that do go down in that house that are way beyond, I guess, what she would call normal and would consider domestic violence. So it wasn't a surprise, and honestly I think a lot of people thought right after that that was just the start to all the tea being spilled and all the drama to proceed on. But it's been pretty quiet on these YouTube streets for the past couple days after the whole thing went down, and it seems like both of them kind of are in this phase where I guess they don't want to start drama, but then they do, and then they're throwing subliminal shots and then they're not. So it's like it's kind of a matter of who's going to spill each other's tea first, or who is going to decide to come on these YouTube streets and finally tell it because one another wants to be petty. But, a lot of people were thinking like Jazz was going to finally come and address it, not just, address what Liv said, but just address the situation overall. And honestly, since then, she hasn't been live, but she did decide to do a video, and she titled it like, we take things seriously over here. And people thought that the vlog was going to be about, the situation that happened. But it ended up just being a vlog where she showed, the girls finally joining an AUU team. Or AAU, I don't know, whichever one it was, but she didn't address anything. And then she also went on to Instagram and she decided to post these TikToks with Chris, and a lot of people were saying like, are these new or are these old? But they look to be kind of new, and there wasn't anything that she's posted before, so it kind of led people to think, okay, well, he must be back in the house. And honestly, sis was giving the vibes that she was kind of like showing off to people that this is her man and she's not leaving him. She's standing behind him, and whatever he does to her, she will continue to take. And sis, I hope you really do not think that is a flex over there, coming on TikTok, trying to throw in people's face that he is still there and y'all are still strong together. Because honestly, a lot of people were rooting for her this past weekend when things were exposed that Chris was in fact over there hitting her and things were going down over there, and possibly the kids were going to get taken away and are possibly still going to get taken away, just because, we kind of don't know the whole severity of the situation. We just know that something went down there. He did spit on her and possibly he did blacken her eye. But, a lot of people thought that she was going to come back and have this approach that, she was kind of happy that people truly cared about her and were wondering where she was. And she came on here with this cocky attitude, like she just doesn't want anybody to bother her anymore about having Chris, because she's going to continue to stand by him. And I just feel like it's a really big slap in the face of the people who always come concerned about this girl when things go down like this. And she proceeds to be more happy to keep the bum in her house that's not contributing to her house, but then she wants to be ignorant to her subscribers who actually keep the bills paid in her house. Because let's face it, sis, without those subscribers and those views, you're not getting paid and you're not paying any bills in your home. So for you to act like you'd rather stay behind a man who does nothing for you, who's a bum, who will continue to be a bum, and then try to act like all the other subscribers who were truly concerned are just people who I guess what you so-called constantly in your business or a hater of your relationship, sis, you are just in the start of the biggest downfall that you are about to experience in your life. And you keep thinking that by you having this bum in your home that, things are going to just keep riding out smooth and calmly, and, things are just going to roll over and he's eventually going to stop hitting you. But if he is in fact in there hitting you, you do know that abusers like that, they do not, eventually just stop hitting you. Things become worse. The hitting turns into punching, and the punching turns into possibly killing you, and things do get worse. And of course, you're going to try to hide the worst because, well, now we know that her and Liv don't speak anymore, and she probably won't be, talking to anybody who does have a YouTube channel. So, and I know a few people did say that now she is trying to get back talking to Sierra again, because we do know that she is also another YouTuber that Jazzy was talking to. So it just seems like she kind of uses people, in the moment to have somebody to talk to and, sit on the phone and hear her brawl out with Chris and do all these weird things on the phone for people to hear. But, once she's finally done that and they can no longer be there to listen and, listen to her toxic relationship that she has over there, she seems like she just doesn't want to be friends anymore. And sis, you're very weird for having that girl listening to all the drama that's going on in your home and then be mad when she came to YouTube to expose something that was going on in your home. Like, sis, if you didn't want anything said, then you wouldn't be, especially having Liv on the phone, listening into him hitting you or whatever Liv was listening to on the phone that Liv tried to say that he needed to be under the jail for. We know that this woman will not leave this man. And honestly, if the kids are in there experiencing that and, she knows that, and she knows that obviously this is going to do some damage to the kids, she needs to be taken to jail, or like people have been saying, have the kids taken herself, because it's not fair for not only, to just say that the woman is the victim when she also knows what's going on in the home and how is it affecting her kids. But she doesn't want the man gone because, she rather take whatever, is given to her, and however he's hitting her and beating her just so she can have him in the actual home. But we do know that Jazzy is known for this. We know that her past relationship with Philip, she did the same thing. She took him having multiple children, sleeping with women left and right on her, and she still didn't leave. So honestly, I can imagine what it would take for her to actually leave Chris. And like people have been saying, let the girl figure it out. Let the girl, fend for herself and, figure it out on her own. If she wants to continue to have that man in her home doing what he's doing to her, then let her. She clearly does not care. And the little attitude that she came on Instagram with, and how she's, refused to go on live and post for any of her subscribers because I guess she wants to hide Chris in the situation even more, it really just shows who she is with and who she sides with. And she doesn't care that she has people on here who are truly concerned about, what is possibly going on in the home and the kids and whatever else more there is to the situation. But let's get into these TikToks that she posted on her TikTok of her and Chris that people were clearly mad about and just felt stupid for even feeling sorry for this girl when she proceeded to come back online and act like this with this bum boyfriend of hers who had just hit her and spit on her a few days before.
Lurking on my page, better watch me flow. Hit the boomerang and let her watch me slow. Hit the zoom again and let her watch me close. Not to boast, I made it. Shorty lurking on.
So even as you could clearly tell in that TikTok video, he was clearly annoyed and didn't want to do the videos. But as you guys know, Jazzy, leave it up to Jazzy to always be the one to try to force this man to come on the internet and act like he truly likes her. But we know deep down what is truly going on in the home, because sis, after all this is going on, it just truly shocks me that you still proceed to come on this internet and try to make it seem like this man is a prize that everybody wants and they're mad because they can't have them. But we clearly know that all these people are, coming out with these things saying that this man is a monster, he's, abusive, he is, a bum, he doesn't provide, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that, but you still continue to try to come on here and say otherwise. Now here's a few more TikTok videos that she also had, and then we're going to talk about that, and then we'll wrap the video up. So I did take the sound off of those videos because I did not want to get copyrighted. But as you guys can look at these TikTok videos and clearly tell that this woman seems to be very happy. And like I had said on my community post, if you guys didn't see that, I did write a post basically explaining right after I seen those videos, because clearly this girl is just clearly unhelpable at this point. And I just really think that people need to just leave this girl alone at this point. If she enjoys getting hit on and she enjoys getting spit on at this point, then what more is there left to do? I honestly think that she is kind of playing in people's faces with this domestic violence stuff. You know, you would think after, you know, people poured out their hearts about their domestic violence stories that they were going through, she still didn't really even acknowledge that and say, you know, look, I thank you for people pouring out their stories and truly trying to give me support, but you know, this is not what it is, and I just want to leave it at that. But not only did not even did she have the nerve to come on there and say that, she just left it at that, and then proceeded to go on TikTok and post these videos with this man after, you know, all the controversy that's been going on with this man. So in the end, like I said, we will see who has the last laugh. She will get her karma, you know, for putting her kids through this, continuing to be selfish, you know, just to, I guess, have a piece of a man there. And sis, we will see how that works out for you, because I'm pretty sure this is not the last of things going down in that house that people have to expose. And, you know, a lot of people have been trying to say, like, you know, when is her and Liv going to go at it again? Because I'm pretty sure it's coming soon. But I honestly think that they both have, you know, a decent amount of things on each other to where they just don't really want to expose each other's business. And I honestly think that one or the other is waiting for somebody to expose each other and finally, you know, do the tell all. I think a lot of them are both of them are keeping things on the hush hush and things in the stash for views in the future, for clicks in the future when things start to dry up, because we know that it will happen and go down. You know, I honestly don't think if Jazzy will come to live with Chris to address this whole thing, and, you know, maybe they'll throw some shots at Liv to where it'll provoke Liv to, you know, fly off the hinge and, you know, fly out the mouth and tell all. And I think people really want her to tell all because, you know, people are tired of people protecting Chris and people acting like they don't want to spill anything, but they just proceed to say how much of a monster this man really is. And it's just like, you know, if this man is such a bad person, you know, why not expose what's really going on with him and what he's doing? But it seems like, I guess, people want to say stuff for later or keep stuff in the back pocket. You know how these YouTubers do for the drama and the clicks and the views and the money. It all goes together hand in hand. But you guys, I honestly don't know what there is to happen next on these YouTube streets with this whole situation. Who knows if Jazzy will go on to, you know, post regularly again. I also heard a few people say that he broke her camera. That's why she hasn't been posting anything. I also heard that she was in one of her lives asking Amaya to use her tripod because she didn't have hers. So who knows, because she has been coming out with sponsorship videos. So who knows if that is the case. Whether or not it is, we all know that, you know, she will not try to expose it. And, you know, people are going to try to keep things on the hush hush until their business starts getting exposed. And then, you know, we'll really get the whole tell all. But thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below what you guys think about this whole situation and the fact that she is truly throwing in people's faces that she still has this man there and he is not leaving, and the dumb bitch will finally get it sooner or later. But as of right now, we will just continue to watch the shit show of her being dumb and this woman continuing to, you know, support this bum. But comment down below, you guys. Again, I love hearing you guys' thoughts and opinions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for another one.
Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be something different.